He always declares this confirmation, small talk, conversation. As a child, all these words had haunted him. He didn't know how to converse with people. When someone had thanked him, he was too slow to respond. When someone had asked him a query, he would just stare at them. When someone had complimented him, he just stammered. When someone initiated the conversation, he had just blinked his eyes at them. And all these reactions had scared away from people from him, leaving him hurt. And so he had decided to be ahead of all. He had preferred being alone, away from all. When you can't with people, then he at the top, where no one can reach you, where everyone had to look up at you with the envy shining in their eyes, when no one dared to label you as full strange. So he had topped every year of his school and college, being the hot topic of discussion. But never been a part of that discussion. After this study, he had joined his father's business and then slowly had raised ahead of his top again, and it had suited him well. But what now? All his degree and money had gathered by being at the top sense, unless to his wife. As soon as now she wanted to leave him, he wanted to ask her why she wanted to leave him, but then he knew that question will open the... If she wants to discuss business, he can do it all day and night without break, but there is his marriage in the target, not business. He will need to discuss their marriage. So from where should he start and how continue it? Such personal talk he is unable to carry. There is a one department where he is a big fat zero, where he is unable to formulate his plan, phrase his next word, make his next move, and win at last. So what is supposed to do now? Turn back and leave, giving her she won't, being labeled a failure, leave his life without her, coming back daily to empty house, not being able to make love to her, going to sleep alone with her warm body around him, no panic buzz inside him making his heart speed. He will do it, he will face it, he won't give her up without a fight, and fight he will. So he lifted his hand and pushed the door of his room. And there she was with a book in her hand and some lone curls from her knot fanning her cheek, looking as beautiful as ever. Her innocent beauty is always surprised him, embarrassed him. He had ever told her how beautiful she looked. That question stirring something inside him. Something he can't name. From the moment he had married her, he had given her everything she had asked for, provide her with all the luxury. He thought that was enough to show her how much he likes having her by his side, how much he enjoys her company. But if it's enough, why she is leaving him? Does she want something else? Those things are important to her, that she is ready to leave him. He closed his eyes and tried to gather his thought. He just need to ask her what she want and give her exactly that, and then everything will be solved. He will have his wife beside him forever, and she will have what she wants. Opening his eyes, he walked toward her. When he called, his voice settled as her dropped the book. With a small yet, "I'm sorry," he breathed. She just stared him. When was the last time he called her name? When he does call her name when he loved her, but they didn't make love in a week. In any other time, she just treated better one function in house. And did he just apologize to her, as she never heard him apologize to anyone? Are you listening to me? And still she just stared at him. Second time in a very day, he came over and shook her by her shoulder. "Why?" "Yes, thank God," he breathed and sat down beside her. "Why? I want to talk to you." Well, this is a day of surprise. Mafia boss just stammered. "Why I can't give you divorce? Just tell me what you want from me. I will give you that. Don't ask for divorce. I won't give you that." Trust seemed to go all business like. "In a short time, take that and give me that." She gritted her teeth. This is what she wants. She's his wife, not some project of his, but in spite of a hope fluttered inside her. If he is ready to do, as he put it, give anything to save her marriage, then maybe there is still hope. Hope is what she needs to win this battle. Taking a deep breath, she lifted her eyes to look into his deep brown eyes. She shook her head and concentrated on her thought. This is not the time to lose herself in his eyes. She had done this before, and their ways brought her. She needed to focus. She cleared her throat and continued. "I need you, your time, your love. I want to be treated like a wife, not the client." Stop looking up at him. "There is what I want. If you are not ready for divorce." She complete still her eyes on him, who looked like she had asked him for impossible. He hardest time. "What do you want? Mean by you want to be treated like a wife? You are my wife and love time. We agreed and then sue me. But this time what I want now. You can't go back on your word." His voice raising loudly. "As I said, sue me," she shouted back, and more moved to bed, giving her back to him. He gritted his teeth. Why was he dealing facing her? This is no conversation. This is argument. Argument he can carry very well. You just can't, and I can and I will. Else divorce me. She closed her eyes and tried to calm her thumping heart and prayed. He became furious with anger. Love, she wants love. How to give her something he has no idea of? Hadn't he told her he can't give her that? How dare she go back on words? But if he doesn't complain with her, she will leave him. Damn, it's all time. He can think on that. I calmly down his voice. He continued. I mean, we can start with time. A tear slipped from her eyes, and she thanked God. At least he is ready to give an inch. She will make full of uses it. Her love is worth of fighting, especially when there is going to a new addiction in life. She wiped her tear and looked back at him. Yes, we can start with spending more time together and work on love. She sat up and smiled at him. He looked flirty, stand on tucked in her behind ear. Yes, they can make it work. Have you fallen in love with someone else? He let the word out of stare in her wide eyes. He folded his hand on chest, showing a relaxed position, and waited. When he went inside, he was anything but relaxed. Last night he had beside her and not allowed to touch her. He held her and then unable to sleep. He doesn't know how to sleep. Used to bless him before her, but after marrying her, the sleep won't come till he holds her warm body against him. When he is away from business, he works with an inhuman speed so that he can finish his work soon and get back to his wife. Does he know that? No, she certainly don't. She think his business and work what he need to live and breathe, but making her believe otherwise unimaginable. So he himself had to let her do that bill. But then he had never thought that he, upset with work, one day would want a way out. This is unlike the wine. He had unable to hold her, touch her, sleep. He had agonized himself over the various possible reasons she wanted to leave him. He had told her in very clear words that he can't give her love. And she had agreed to marry him, knowing that. So why now keep an impossible condition if he wanted her to stay away by his side? This answer is simple. She does want a way out, but why? The answer was lurking from some corner of his mind, but he had refused to face it until this morning when he saw her sitting on the bed looking so beautiful, radiant that he had never seen. The reason answer had jumped out of his hiding place and were out of his mouth. She just stared at him for a moment, too unable to process anything. He thinks she has fallen in love with someone else. Anger consumed her. She just wishes she has with her inside burning with a rage. She catch hold of a pillow and threw it at him. Fall in love with someone else who? Your cook, your driver, your bodyguard? Because I swear from the first, for the time I had married you, there is the only male around me. I don't go parties, I don't do meet my friend. My whole life has changed after marrying you.